One of, if not my favourite ground in the world. Once it's packed like this, the crowd really get behind you, so I'm sure we've got more of the same today.
Enjoy your evening.
Thanks, Nas.
Still chuckling about that Rob Key on the bedroom wall thing. I mean, how big's the wall for a start?
I mean, there's
sort of that screen size.
The Joe Root thing, Nat Siver goes up to her mum and says, I want a picture of Rob Key.
Okay, we'll have to move house.
Yeah.
The West Wing.
Yeah, no way.
Interesting, though, on what the pitch is, and we've touched on it here. They've got Rashid Khan. Why make the pitch spin more? Because that brings in bad spinners then, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think for Rashid Khan, you don't need the pitch to spin too much. You need it slightly sticky to hold and for his leg spinner to turn at least a little bit, big enough really to beat the outside edge, and that's when it becomes more dangerous. But making it dry and slow actually counteracts Rashid Khan, because you can actually play him off the pitch then, and you've got more time. And like you said, it brings the opposition spinners into play as well.
Where's Hales at?
Just a very good player. I mean, that when they picked that squad at B team and he wasn't selected England, that was just a message saying while Morgan is involved, we are not picking you. That was a pretty clear message, even though I don't know if they've spoken to him or not yet, but that was a pretty clear message. Where he's at as his game is what he just said. For the last year, he's been smashing it around. There's a couple of games here in the Blast for Notts. There was a reduced game, which they just smashed it 70-odd in about 4 overs, and he was 50-not out. He has been in great nick for Notts and any franchise he's played around the world, so he is still one of the best white ball players in England.
We'll have to wait to watch Alex Hales back, because the Southern Brave have won the toss and they will be putting the runs on the board first. Live action next.
So why wait? Oh, sorry kid, maybe wait a few more years. MG, get more.
Don't let erectile dysfunction make you impotent. Do something about erectile dysfunction. Clinically proven, discreetly delivered. Order today at Newman.com.
If you or someone you know owned or leased a diesel vehicle between 2007 and 2020, you could be entitled to significant compensation. Millions of drivers have been misled by numerous manufacturers about emissions, and hundreds of thousands have already filed a claim. It's easy to see if you're eligible. Simply visit our site now and check your vehicle instantly. It's completely free to sign up, and you can start your claim in seconds. Visit mydieselclaim.com and join thousands of others starting their claims today.
With vets' bills the way they are, could be worth looking at Go Compare. Especially if you've got more than one pet. What have you got in there then? You'll be looking at the new multi-pet insurance from
Go Compare!
That's the one. Else get a bill for that lot. You could have kittens.
We're Loaf, and we make sofas. They're best served with a mug of tea and a jolly nice piece of cake. Pop by loaf.com or one of our slow rooms.
I didn't kill Becky. I didn't kill Sharon.
What did you do to my mother?
Boom, boom! I'm the victim in this.
The best of the best gather in Europe for the Amundi Evian Championship. It's only live once on Sky Sports.
He's tricked him there. What a hit!
combination. Him being left-handed, of course, Vince, the right hand. Luke Wood as well with the ball. What do we expect to see from him?
Swing. Yeah, he's a fantastic left arm medium fast bowler who swings the ball into the right hander. We'll be looking to bring the stumps into play. Swinging it back into off stump into James Vince's pads. This is a wonderful player of pace bowling.
Right, 10 seconds to go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, Trent Rockets!
And it's about to start. Trent Rockets on their first home game. Luke Wood with the ball. A good start. Looks like it was going down leg. The early movement.
An excited appeal, wasn't it? I think that was just the emotions and excitement of the start of the game. I think it pitched outside leg and was going down, but I must admit, sometimes as a bowler, as a team, you appeal to stop the batters running. I think that was probably one of those.
Yeah, all excitement, all emotions on the first delivery. Have a look. Yeah, it started pitching outside leg and also looking where James Vince stands. No chance there.
There was movement there, wasn't there? Did swing into the right-handed James Vince. I think Luke Wood, now bowling to the left-handed Devon Conway, will move the ball away from his bat, which could bring the slip into play.
Swing again, but this time it was the swing of the bat from Devon Conway which has got the party started. The first 4 up of the day.
Yeah, could bring the slip into play and certainly brings width and the boundary into play. Slightly over pitch from Luke Wood, which I don't mind as a bowler early. You want to give the ball a chance to move, but that is Devon Conway's strength. Having bowled at him in the test matches against New Zealand, he opens up the offside beautifully and strikes it very cleanly and started his innings in a near perfect way.
Yeah, better delivery, a bit tighter, good fielding. Needed to back up. Just having a look at his field as well. He's similar to the left and right hander. He's got a wide third man, and then a square, backward square for both. And of course, the slip in play. I've seen a lot of captains taking the aggressive route, keeping that slip in early.
I like the option of keeping a slip in. We've seen in the previous games in the 100 so far that if you can get early wickets, you can really restrict the batting team. You know, we haven't seen those scores of 160, 170 because there have been early wickets. So the Rockets have started with that aggressive intent, but I could see the slip being taken out pretty early if we don't get lateral movement.
James Vince, captain, leading the charge off the back of playing in the England side of late. Good form. Bold, absolute beauty, right on the crease line, and the Yorker gets the first breakthrough. Luke Wood delighted.
Great pace from Luke Wood, 87 miles an hour. Ball there. Devon Conway is a very good player of pace bowling. James Vince obviously is, and as is Alex Davies, who has replaced James Vince. But when you get a bowler with the tail up and a wicket with the final ball, keep him going. That's been a theme throughout this 100 so far, and it's continuing here.
Yeah, well, that's what Lewis Gregory is going to do, keeping the pace on. So 10 balls straight. Wider and slashed away. Alex Davies is not messing about. First ball and a boundary. Easy game.
Yeah, Luke Wood got some great swing in towards James Vince, and he's probably just got a little bit greedy there, expecting it to do too much. He's ended up bowling with full and wide at Trent Bridge. Isn't where you want to bowl, but the ball flies away all the way along the floor. Rapid outfield here at Trent Bridge. It's a great start for Davies.
It's all happening. 10 runs on the board. Already 6 balls and a wicket. Just drifted. And it's going to be 4. The runs are flowing. At first the plan was to bowl him in a back-to-back block with the hope that he would continue, but so far the gamble hasn't paid off.
Yeah, I should say, is it the right call? It's a really good first 5, but then you go back-to-back boundaries at the start of the next. I think the gamble is worth it if Luke Wood and the Rockets get one more wicket in this first 10 balls, but it's just showing a little bit of inexperience and chasing the batter's wicket here too much.
Good bounce. Slight change up of length there. Plenty of families in. Temperature was a little bit chilly earlier, but now it's creeping up. Some a few ice creams, some fish and chips. And the little ones are enjoying themselves. Pretty decent crowd in as well for a Saturday here at Trent Bridge. That is nicely played on the leg and just eased it through the leg side, kept his shape. Alex Davies is keeping things moving here, 12 from just 4 balls.
We sometimes talk in the shorter format about whacking the ball over the boundary and slogging it and smashing it, but we've seen 4 boundaries so far, and all of them been classical cricket shots. 2 wonderful drives through the offside and then a clip through mid-wicket all the way along the floor. For Trent Bridge, you just don't catch them. There's going to be 4 all day long. Sign of a good pitch, the way the batters are connecting with the ball.
Oh, beauty, and he needed it to finish off a pretty expensive block of 5 there. Luke Wood got the first wicket in the score, 18 runs of 10 balls.
The boundaries have come from fuller deliveries, haven't they? That length there, hitting the pitch hard with the angle going across the batter, seems to be the way to go. And if you can hit that length consistently, then you can change your pace from that length. It becomes very difficult for the batter. Just a nice sign of respect for being beaten on the outside edge there. And bowling from the pavilion end is going to be Samit Patel, a job he does a lot for the for Notts Outlaws, and is going to continue with the Trent Rockets.
Experienced bowler. He will be the first bowler to change ends, so 10 have been bowled from the Radcliffe Road end and now Pavilion end. And look at his field, only 2 allowed out. What a shot, what a shot. That is high class from Devon Conway.
Beautiful shot again, whether it's pace or spin. We're seeing some great stroke play out here today. Samit Patel round the wicket to the left-hander, just offering a slight bit of width, slightly over pitch, but beautiful shot for 4th through extra cover. not giving Samit Patel's secrets away. What he tries to do is hit the stumps all the time, bring the stumps into play. He actually wants the batters to sweep him here at Trent Bridge, because that brings in the LBW and the bowl, and he backs himself to get the ball under the bat that's coming across the ball. Southern Brave will have talked about in their meeting of hitting him straight, hitting him with the full face of the bat. There's a lot of success here when people try and sweep him, because it gets him wickets.
Get that one.
What a day. Make sure you get on that sun cream. That's very neatly put on.
Go on.
Looking for the two, but in the end some good work in the deep. This game moves very fast, doesn't it? I can imagine as a bowler as well, especially if you're a spinner, it can feel like an over is done in a flash. Just one ball left in this block for Patel.
No!
And in the end, it was a good tidy finish after the boundary. 25 or 15.
You mentioned the game moving fast. I think that's how the momentum can change so quickly. A couple of boundaries and the batting side really get hold of the game, but you can pick up, saw in the women's game earlier when we lost 2 in batters, the game changed immediately. So I think that's exciting for us pundits and the fans. The game's never really over until it's over. I know that's a cliche, but the game can change in 2 or 3 deliveries.
Well, a player who's in great form, just came off the back of some serious performances in the England-Pakistan series, showed his all-round quality, leading the side today. Saw him, bit of dancing around there by Davies. Last minute, Gregory threw it a little bit wider.
And a bit of innovation, trying to open up the offside behind the wicketkeeper, where both fielders are in the ring, almost 3 fielders from point onwards on the offside.
Looking the same, and this time he got it. Not a huge amount of pace on that delivery, 78 miles an hour, but he waited and then delivered.
It was a good bit of bowling as well. You feel like Gregory saw him move, saw him get into that crouch position where he's going to try and flick it over Tom Moore's, the wicket-keeper's head. So he dropped his pace and dropped his length. But Davies was skillful enough to put pace on the ball and get it over the keeper's head and run away for 4.
Well, after an early wicket, it feels like Alex Davies has come to the crease and immediately had an impact. 17 off 9. Got away with 3 boundaries in the first 5 he faced. And now on the charge, bit of bounce there from Gregory.
Seeing a real game of the batter trying to predict what the bowler's going to do, and the bowler really watching what the batter's going to do. Lewis Gregory is obviously a very talented all-rounder, so we'll have that experience of what the batter is thinking in this moment. That's a really good, quick, bouncy delivery.
Moving around the crease and eased it through that offside. Davies is flying.
Yeah, Gregory went for the Yorker, full and straight. As if Davies predicted it, gave himself a little bit of room, opening up the offside. Again, we see that ball hit straight into the ground. It gathers pace off the square. There's just no stopping that.
The final ball of the 5, but this time it's the wicket miscued outside edge from Davies, and the second wicket for the Trent Rockets.
And that completes an all-action 5. That there were boundaries, plays and misses, and finishes with a wicket. Bit of a gem of an innings from Davies there, finding the boundary at ease, but tried one too many, just sliced it and landed extra clever. Crowd excited in the background. Home crowd, the Trent Rockets crowd, Southern Brave, 33 off 20. Alex Davies goes for 21.
In comes Delray Rawlings, 23-year-old. He'll be playing in a side with plenty of his teammates from the world of Sussex. Has a very different challenge ahead. You were looking down the side earlier, Stuart, and there's a lot of left-handers on the side to consider, the left-hand, right-hand combinations. And also that affects which spinners and the options they take.
Yeah, absolutely. The captain would never have planned to bowl Joe Root this over if there were two right-handers in. But turning the ball away from the blade helps the spinners. Shows how adaptable, run there, shows how adaptable you've got to be as a captain. Wicket falls in the final ball. Two left-handers come to the crease. Right, Joe Root, you bowl off spin, you turn the ball away from the left-handers, you're bowling now. Every player, every bowler who has got to be ready to go. You've got to have that plan in your mind that you could be called upon in that next delivery. This is a clever move. Remember Joe Root starting in the World Cup final, T20, to the left-handers, picking up a couple of wickets, famously Chris Gale launching it to long off. He's someone that does have success to left-handers because one spins and one doesn't, and he doesn't know what's happening.
They're looking to be positive there. Can you imagine it's a nightmare for a captain, really. You could have all your pre-plans. Gale's getting a lot of support from the local crowd, as you would imagine. Yeah, but just picking up what you're saying about, it must be a nightmare if you're a captain and I like being organised. I'm someone who likes, you know, what time am I waking up, what's happening, and then all of a sudden, like, everything is changing. Then ends, you're trying to work it out. It must be crazy.
Bowling lane from Conway went for the big six and just didn't get any of it. Maybe he thought Alex Hales was going to catch it, just didn't run, and Alex Hales ended up having a free throw at the three stumps and didn't hit. It's the end of the power play. 25 balls gone. Southern Brave got 36 on the board, having lost 2 wickets. Joe Root's going to continue. He's bowled his 5 and looked at Lewis Gregory and said, "Give me another 5."
Question, umpire unmoved.
I know Joe Root, he'll be wanting to review this.
I don't know, my gut, looking at it on the eye line, was it maybe just tailing down, but let's see how it plays out. We'll have a look in a moment. What a take. That was wild down the leg side. Tom Moore's putting in the full stretch dive and a bit of a roll for Flourish as well.
Really good decision from Lewis Gregory to bowl Joe Root here to the left-handers. He's causing chaos. He's rushing through his set.
Inside edge. but a good bit of fielding to cut that one off. Well, it's been an all-action power play, and now it's still all happening.
He's quite deliberately trying to get through the set really quickly. Feels like the pressure is on the batting team. Let's keep that pressure. Let's keep the momentum with the Trent Rockets and make balls disappear as quick as he can.
Well, he's going well here. Just looking at his score in particular, 6 runs are just 9 balls. This is a very tidy spell.
One.
And he's got away with a nice block of 10 there. Really good performance. 30 balls gone and 40 runs on the board for the Southern Brave.
Bish, bash, bash it, like boy.
What if there's a better way to buy your next car? Just visit Kazoo and pick out one you love. All our cars pass a thorough 300-point inspection and are carefully reconditioned. We show you every detail, so you'll know exactly what you're getting. And every car comes with a 90-day warranty, roadside assistance, and our 7-day money-back guarantee, giving you a whole week to make sure you love it. And if you don't, we'll take it back. Can you buy a quality car that's guaranteed to leave you happy? Kazoo, yeah you can.
Double protection. Sure Advanced Protection sponsors the 100 on Sky Sports.
Here he is, my left field one to watch, Rashid Khan, the best white ball bowler in the world, the first pick in the draft. Virtually every franchise wants him. It's a life-changing experience for him. T20 cricket completely changed his career, and we will see why. A little bit of leg spin, googly, all the tricks. Holds it quickly as well. Come on then, Kumar, how do you play him? What do you play as your stock delivery?
Well, I used to play him almost, try and play him through the offside all the time. Think that he's going to just straighten his ball, that's a leg spin, and bowl more of his googly to the lefty, but he bowls at a very high pace. His wrist position and delivery is very hard to pick, and the only thing you can do is try and pick something off his grip.
Through the keeper. We said before the game, how is Tom Moores going to go against Rashid Khan? Not how is Rashid Khan going to go, but Moores, who's probably never kept to him before.
It's a difficult job. He's got to really watch the ball, watch the hand if he can, but really be in a good position, not overreact in terms of expecting too much turn. Try and cover that offside more often than not, hedge his bets and really stay calm. It's going to be difficult, but not impossible. In his grip, Nasser, when he bowls a leg spin, it's a conventional cup grip, and then when he does bowl his googly, his middle finger and his index finger are held very close together like a seamer's grip, and sometimes you can pick that up if you've got very good eyesight.
I've seen that, and I've also seen various bits of footage where he almost bluffs you by changing it and then bowling the other one. As people have adapted to him and worked him out a fraction, he's adapted his game.
Sunil Narayan was another one who changed his grip just before he got into his delivery stride. As another 5 ends, 47 the score of 35 balls, and now because of his remodeling he's actually hiding it behind his back leg and changing his grip from there, so it becomes a little bit more difficult to pick up. So batters, bowlers, all pushing and prodding, trying to find an advantage.
2 big hitters to come. Colin de Grandhomme hits a big ball, Whiteley hits a big ball. Marchant de Lange. Quick, big, strong. Bowls a heavy ball, that is for certain. Straight to extra cover. Rollins has slapped de Lange's first ball, and he's gone.
Yeah, Rollins was struggling. He doesn't strike it well against the off spinner, and Joe Root bowled a brilliant 10 to start off with, and then put the Southern Brave under pressure, and this resulted in, of course, Rollins throwing his hands out, trying to hit out, trying to get a boundary and get that scoreboard ticking again. Unfortunately, picks up the short extra cover fielder. Really good captaincy by Lewis Gregory leading up to this wicket. Really well executed by the bowlers. And Delray Rawlings, he's gone for 7.
Colin de Grandon, the new batter, slapped straight to extra cover. Rollins, Gregory the skipper there.
By Wood, and then of course great captaincy by Lewis Gregory, giving that extra 5 to Joe Root when he was bowling well, really well set up. We're talking about captains not really going with giving a ball a 10. Now we've seen 2 in just a very short space of time.
Pull that down the leg side. That was a massive wide. Generally, sides don't pitch it up too much to Colin de Grandon. A big, strong New Zealander bullies the ball over mid-wicket. It looks like the field is set for short pitch bowling. And the liner's quick. He's not going to be easy just to rock back and pull in.
I like the way the field is set, inviting de Grandon to try and go straight, bowling back up a length at high pace, heavy ball.
Round the wicket. It's close to a wide. He'd just gone over leg stump. He went a long way across there.
Interesting, isn't it? Short boundaries, good pitch, anything in terms of good contact, even a top pitch, that's flying over the boundary for 6. Interesting tactics.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with this extra pace, and he is quick. He's up at 90 mile an hour. Just top edge, it's going to fly away. And that flies away as well. Just pace, just opens up areas. It's not everything pace.
They've got to be really clinical in terms of getting the angles right. Moores is a wicket keeper. He's got to look around his field. If you're bowling around the wicket, chances are the ball's going fine, especially with this line that is bowling on leg stump and de Grandon's front shoulder. So he's got to make sure that everyone is set perfectly in angle.
And they change it. Kumar, fine leg, does go a lot finer. The man on the hook, Wood, in front of us, comes further in front of the pod. Was very similar to 2 balls ago. He's mixing it up. He's bowling some full.
Yeah, he is. And de Grandon's doing a good job. LBW's out of the question. So he's walking across, trying to help it along, use the pace. He could probably open up the offside as well here, but he's got 3% really towards cover point.
Too far across and the tactics worked.
Yeah, almost tunnel vision from de Grandon. He got caught, being rooted to his leg stump. Guard just doing one thing, that is walking across. Forgot about the offside, forgot about getting off strike and giving the strike to Conway by being walked too far across. Really good planning and execution by the Rockets. Great control by Chandler. It's not an easy thing to do, ball around the wickets first up, but de Grandon goes, the Rockets strike, 52 runs off 40 balls.
He's tricked him now. What a hit!
Well, it's all change here. They're more active, driving better, and going out in the middle of the night. It's happening. It's happening.
Whatever your reason for making a positive change in life, Vitality protects and motivates you to make it happen. Smart Take gets you started, rewards keep you going. That's how we share the benefits of healthy living. We call it shared value insurance.
No, I'm off to the spare room.
Vitality, sharing the benefits of healthy living.
I skipped over a row of houses. One big strong man replaces another. Ross Whiteley comes to the crease. Big hitter. Won't be on strike because they've changed.
This is what they wanted, new batter on strike. What some sides have done against Rashid Khan around the world is just sit on him. So in an IPL game, they'll let him bowl 4 overs for 20 and not take any wickets, and then go after everyone at the other end, or 4 overs for 30. I wonder what their plans are against him here. Will they go after him or sit on him?
I think a slot sweep is a really good option against him. If he bowls it short, pulling off that front foot, Chris Gale does it a lot to him with that power. Doesn't really like too much of that. But if you just sit on him, Nasa, he just gets on top of you, and it's very difficult because the other bowlers are of high quality as well. It's difficult to just attack only one side.
Slip in for that googly that Kumar spoke about. The googly is the ball that spins away from the left-hander. He's a good fielder as well. He is a good fielder. He's a real competitor. Another 5 done. It's 53 from 45.
It's interesting you spoke about what batters do. Rashid Khan doesn't really like to play T10 cricket because you've got only 2 overs to bowl, and the batters just tee off at him, and a lot of the time they get him. So he tries to stay away from T10, and he's actually spoken about how that's not really good for him in terms of his confidence to come and play T10 before any other format.
They're getting through the overs because they're bowling a lot of spin. It's Root, left-hander on strike, 2 left-handers at the crease. So Root on spinning it away again, remember. Not spun that much, but if you learn anything in these first few games is that most sides want it just spinning it away from the batter.
Oh, Rooty, lovely that.
And they're getting round. It's a short enough game, but they're making it feel even quicker.
No run. Yeah.
They're just reacting to the bowlers and the tempo. They need to just take a breather, maybe call for a... Well, they can't, can they? Only the fielding captain can. It's not like the IPL. Quite a good change that as well. It actually gives the total control to that fielding side when things are going well or badly.
Swept hard. This is very good from the Rockets. Good planning. We saw that with Marchand and Langer to Colin de Grandhomme. Good fielding. The bowling is good.
Right up there, Rudy. Yes, Sammy.
Excellent from Joe Root. Halfway through, 56 on the board.
Come on, Nasser. I wonder why you didn't pick Joe Root. I just can't understand why you didn't pick Joe Root as the bowler to watch for this innings. He's bowled 15 for 10.
I mean, you got 2 options. You got Joe Root, who's a part-time bowler, and you got the #1 T20 bowler in the world, or white ball bowler. I went for the obvious one.